and welcome to another segment of Motivational Mondays with Donna. I pray that everyone is doing well, and if you are running through some tests, some challenges, some struggles, just remember to let go and let God, and also remember to keep praise and worship right by your side, because when God sees you praising Him and worshiping Him, that makes the tide turn faster in your favor. This week, I'd like to talk on the subject of when you feel like you're in the fire. Now, all of us have gone through that. Some of us have gone through it multiple times. Just relax. When you're going through the fire, it's challenges, it's tests, it's struggles, but you're built tough and strong. You don't know how much you can handle, but God knows how much you can handle. And He's with you every step of the way where the fire is concerned. I mean, remember, when you're going through the darkest times in your life and you feel like there's only one set of footprints, it was then that God was carrying you. And this is something that 3 teenagers in the Bible had to go through as well. And they went by the names of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And what was so fantastic about them is their integrity, their belief in God. They were solid. They were committed, convicted that God could be able to handle any situation that arose in their life. And because of that, God did exactly that. The king wanted everyone to be able to bow down to him and say that he was the greatest ever. And these 3 teenagers, they refused to do that. They knew that God was the greatest, Alpha and Omega, and so they refused to go along with that. And the king was not having it, because as far as he was concerned, he was all of that and that was it. And that's where you got to be so careful when your pride comes in. Humility will take you so much further. Not to the point where you let people step all over you, but you have to be humble, realizing that you really can't do anything in your own strength. It's all because of God. And so they refused to bow down to him, and he had them thrown into a fiery furnace and had the fire turned up higher than it normally is to get his point across. So hot, so scorching, to the point that the guards, that when they opened up the doors to be able to throw the 3 teenagers in, the flames and the heat kill them. But when you serve your God and when you have your commitment, God is there, and God was there for them. And when the king came back to check, he was shocked, because they threw the 3 teenagers in there bound and tied up. And when he looked, they were all loose, and there was a fourth man in there with them. And the king himself said that that is God that's there with them. And he had them pulled out immediately, and not a hair on their heads or their body was singed. And they didn't even smell like smoke. And then the king made a decree that everybody has to worship and serve Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's God. So when you think that the fire is too much and it's been turned up so high, just remember that God is in the furnace with you. And He is going to make everything turn out right. Now, we always end our subjects on gratitude. And there is a gentleman by the name of Rashid Ogunlara. And he is an acclaimed life, business, and corporate coach, whose simple "become who you are" approach has helped countless business owners connect with themselves, with their businesses, and with their customers. You know, his background spans over 20 years in coaching, in training, in media, in PR, and in performance. He had this to say about gratitude. In life, one has a choice to take one or two paths: to wait for some special day or to celebrate each special day. Think about that. Every day that we receive is a gift from God, and each day is special. And when it's gone, it's gone. It's not going to repeat itself. So be grateful for every special day. And remember, when you feel like you're in the fire, God is in there with you, and He's the fourth man. Have a great week, guys. Talk to you next week.